Life and death, moon and sun, it's sure to each the piper comes. And while God and Goddess give for free, down below there will be fees. Despite perfect love and perfect trust, there's no way around it, cash is a must. We've sought within, but come up short, so we come to thee, your help to court. If you would aid this temple's life, a $3 donation would be nice. Remember well that gifts when sent return threefold of what was spent. But if you can't, well, blessed be. We shall survive, so mote it be.
Merry meet! This is Lady Nephies of Universal Pagan Temple, here with week 49 of Wicca, a year and a day in Magic. This week we'll be learning about your magical name and how to obtain yours. Now you can discover your magical name through ritual and meditation by connecting with the gods and goddesses and asking them to bless you with your magical name. You can also find your magical name through numerology, which we'll be learning about in a few moments. Now, you can have more than one magical name, and in Egyptian magic, 5 magical names are common. Now, remember the story of Ra and Isis. Isis, the goddess of magic, wished to know Ra's secret name so she could have his power. But she couldn't know his name because he never gave it to her, no matter how much she begged to know his name. So Isis decided with her great skill in magic to create a snake, and that snake bit Ra. And Ra became poisoned from the snake, so he got the snake's poison and he was dying. And Isis came to him and said, I created that snake, and I can heal this poison in you because I created the snake, so I can heal the poison. And she said, in exchange for healing you, I wish to know your magical name. So Ra gave Isis his magical name, and so Isis was able to cure him, and then Isis obtained all of Ra's magical power. So, based off that story of Isis and Ra, and if you have more than one magical name, you may wish to keep one of them secret, and to use it only with the goddess and the god in ritual, and then have a public magical name as well, and obviously in addition to your legal name. Now, here is the numerology that we will be using. As you can see here, we are using numbers in coordination with certain letters in the alphabet. So 1 is the letter A, J, and S. 2 is the letter B, K, and T. Number 3 is the letters C, L, and U. Number 4 is the letters D, M, and V. Number 5 are the letters E, N, and W. Number 6 are the letters F, O, and X. Number 7 are the letters G, P, and Y. Number 8 are the letters H, Q, and Z. And number 9 are the numbers I and R. Now, if you're coming up with magical names on your own, so what you want to do with the numerology way of deciding what your magical name should be, take a name that you would prefer, and take all the corresponding letters and the numbers, and then add those numbers together till you get a double number, and then add them together as a single number, as you can see here. Now, once you have a number, what do these numbers represent? Well, if you came up with a name that ended up being a number 1, 1 stands for unity, innovation, power of the solitary, and the sun. If you came up with a 2, 2 represents duality, polarity of the light and the dark, negotiation, and the moon. If you came up with a 3, 3 represents the Trinity and the triple goddess, and it's also the number of Jupiter, the poet, and the teacher. If your magical name turns out to be a number 4, that is the number of Saturn, and of balance, and of the realist. Now, number 5 is the spirit, which is the 5th element, and a witch, who has too much knowledge and not enough space in their head, and also number 5 is the number of Mercury. Number 6 is the number of the peacemaker and the environmentalist, and it's also the number of Venus. Number 7 is the number of perfection, combination of the spirit, which is number 3, and of number 4, which is balance, and also the number of the moon, and also the number of the wise one. Now, number 8 is the way of the serpent, who takes many different directions on their way to wisdom. And this number is the number of the entrepreneur and the organizer, and it's also the number of Earth. Number 9 is the number of initiation and the number of the crusader and the changer of history. It's also the number of Mars. Now, your activity for week 49 is pretty much an obvious one. Find your magical name. If you have one already, then just find out what your magical name means as far as numerology. But next week is week 50, and we'll be learning about how to write your own rituals. Now, until next time, blessed be! If you enjoy the videos that we make and what we do with our channel, then please donate to Universal Pagan Temple, and together we can change the world. Links are in the description below. And until next time, blessed be!